Easy, 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 oozy, yazzy. I'm gonna be recreating my mom's borscht today. I'm gonna try to dumb down the recipe a little bit and just make it more accessible. Accessible? We're gonna be tweaking a few things here and there just to make the recipe a little bit more understandable and easier for you guys. Prepping up all of our ingredients, we first browned some meat. We grabbed some beef shin bones, or they're also called soup bones. We cooked the onions until they were see-through, and we put it into this pot with 1 liter of water, and it's been simmering for about an hour already. All right, I'm gonna brown my onions. I'm gonna turn this on, and I'm gonna add in some, let me warm this up just a little bit. I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of grapeseed oil. About there. All right, I'm gonna add in the onions. We're just gonna brown them. So we chopped these up earlier into the small little cubes. You don't want them too small because they're gonna shrink after they get a little bit toasted. It's good to have this size. It's just to have that yummy bite. You don't want them too small either because you don't want to miss that flavor. I love the smell of the onions, but what you're looking for is for just the onions to brown just a little bit. And you'll start seeing them browning. Once they start browning, you're going to add in your carrots. So we're just going to keep going, adding in all of our ingredients so they're just slightly toasted, not anything crazy. You definitely don't want to burn your stuff. And grapeseed oil is great to use because it doesn't really have much flavor to it, so it really like helps all the other like onions, carrots, just to keep that original flavor, where like olive oil just has this really strong flavor. I know my mom loves to use avocado oil, but we are using grapeseed oil today. I hope this recipe is going to be a lot easier than the one that we did with my mom because it was all over the place. She was just like, she's so good at it, but she's like so fast. She's like, oh, a pinch of this, a pinch of that. You're like, Mom, how much was it? Like, how many cups? People need the exact ingredients, the exact amount. Once you start seeing your onions just changing a little color, like this one right here, if I can grab it. Anyways, they start changing colors a little bit, like browning just a little bit. You do not want them burnt. You're gonna add in your carrots. You're gonna add in all your carrots, and same thing. These carrots, we bought them from the store. You can actually buy them whole, but we bought these pre-cut, and they're like, it's called matchstick carrots, and they come in bags already. And you just pull out 2 cups of carrots, or you can grab the big carrots and chop them up on a little chopper, I don't know, or hand chop them. These are super cheap at the store, so we just figured that it would be easier that way instead of like dealing with shredding the carrots, because they're literally annoying to cut up. Keep just stirring these up. You don't have to keep stirring them, but you want to kind of just a few minutes, just double check them, make sure they don't burn. Just keep moving it around. Carrots and onions also have a high sugar content, so they can burn faster, so we want to make sure that we're just kind of not letting them sit for too long. I just like burn everything. No, I'm kidding. I don't. I'm a good cook. Next, I'm gonna add in the peppers. This is like my mom's thing. She likes the colored ones, but I accidentally grabbed the green ones from the store. So we're gonna use the green ones. She said that they give a yummy flavor, so we're gonna use these. We're gonna just saute them a little bit, just soften them up, just let it just soften. It's just a good recipe. I just pray that my mom's just proud of me right now. Kidding, she's proud of me. Just let it saute. We're gonna have to grab another pan to saute the beets and my mom's secret sauce. It ain't secret anymore because the whole world knows about it now. Like all my followers, y'all knowing all the secrets. We're almost ready to add in our celery. We're just looking for like you can tell like these green peppers are starting to change a little color. And once they start like softening up a little bit, we can throw in our celery. Let me pull one of these carrots out and just see how. I just want the carrots to soften just a little bit. They're still quite hard. They're actually getting there. They're getting there actually. They're not too hard now. So it's gonna be sauteing like from the beginning to the end for about maybe like 10 minutes. You're gonna want to just keep stirring from like adding to your onions and your carrots and your peppers and your celery. So it should take over 10 minutes. Have it on medium low so you do not burn the carrots and the onions. I'm gonna add my celery in here. There we go. And this is not your traditional thing to add in celery into your borscht, but it's the way my mama does it, so I'm gonna do it that way. I feel like every family has their own recipe, and it's funny, I've tried different people's recipes. It ain't the same. My mom's recipe's the best. Our veggies are sauteing, so it's time to give a shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring this video.
Being able to sell a skill is a huge advantage today. That's where Skillshare comes in. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for anyone who loves to learn and wants to learn new skills. Have a specific skill you're trying to learn? Skillshare is a perfect place to start. From videography and video making to graphic design, freelancing, and more classes you can find that will match your goals and interests. We dove into a knife skills, a mini class to chop like a chef by Elena Carr. Her class helped us learn how to efficiently and beautifully chop everything from vegetables to proteins for any dish you could think of. Interested in making a career pivot or up-leveling your skill in your current role? Prioritize your self-care and wellness by using Skillshare as a way to invest in yourself, unwind, and relax. The benefits that Skillshare has, it's ad-free so you can stay in the zone while you're exploring new skills. New premium classes launched each week, so there's always something new to discover. Entire catalog is now available with subtitles in Spanish, French, Portuguese, and German. The first 1,000 people to use the link or our code get 1 month free trial of Skillshare. Check out the link below as well as in the comment section for more.
We're done with sauteing our carrots, onions, our bell peppers, and celery. I'm just gonna dump it into this bowl right here because what we're gonna do next, we're gonna saute our beets and our ajvar together before we put it all into our broth. Ajvar is the secret sauce. Not everybody uses it for your borscht. I don't think anybody uses it but my mom. What it does, it just brings out the flavor. It has like bell peppers in there, it has eggplant in there, it has, let me double check what it has. I got this at Big Lots. This is where my mom buys it. There's different kinds of these kind of recipes. You can get it probably at your local grocery store. They sell them in like the European section. They're fairly not expensive. I bet I got this for like $3 at Big Lots. We're not gonna use the whole thing of this stuff, and I accidentally, I didn't realize, I accidentally grabbed the spicy one. Spicy, I don't like spicy. So try to not grab the spicy one, just grab the original one, because it looks like they added the hot peppers in there, but we're gonna go with this one. Let me taste this real quick. Make sure it's not too spicy. That's not spicy at all. What is this? Did they mess this up? It hits you like a little bit in the back of your throat, just a tiny, but it's not spicy. I'm gonna throw in my beets. Let me grab this wooden spoon. Let's throw in my beets. I'm just gonna add in just a little bit of oil. That was just maybe like a teaspoon of oil. And we're gonna lightly saute these. The stove is set to medium low. Do not have it at high. We don't want to burn these. We want to just lightly saute the beets. They're already cooked, so you don't need to do anything crazy. You're just gonna lightly saute it. And then we're gonna throw in 3 tablespoons of this ajvar stuff into here. We're gonna do 3 tablespoons, big spoons of this. So you kind of, it looks like you use almost half of this 19-ounce jar. And then the flavor in this ajvar is so yummy, like delish. Just kind of lightly saute it together. We're just gonna add a little bit of vinegar just to preserve the color of the beets. Just a little spoon, nothing too crazy. So as the beets usually cook, it like oxidizes and it really loses all the color. So what the vinegar does, it just preserves the color in the beets. I'm just sauteing these beets because this is something that my mom does. So I'm just following her, I'm kind of following her recipe, so. So next what we're gonna do is throw in a can of the 6-ounce tomato paste. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna toss in this whole thing and we're gonna cook it down just a little bit to just really get rid of the metal taste because it's been in the can and it has like a little metal flavor. So we're just gonna cook it down just a little bit. Let me just mix this up just a tad bit. And this is what really is the base of the soup, is this and the beef broth. It really brings out that flavor of what a original borscht tastes like. Technically, well, really people call it, like in America, I think they call it beet soup, but we call it borscht. So it's just like a bunch of veggies and it's delicious. While our beets are sauteing, we're gonna grab our pot that has the beef bone in it. We're gonna grab it out, we're gonna take it out. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna, ooh, it's falling apart. What we're gonna do, we're gonna pull out some of this meat off this bone. Oh yeah, there's some good bone marrow in that. This is some good broth. I'm gonna throw in my potatoes. They're gonna boil for 15 minutes. Ooh, let me turn this down. Throw them right in here. Turn this back up. I'm just gonna close this up. I'm gonna prep this meat. I'm just gonna take this bone off. Look at this. I'm gonna get in there with my fingers. I'm just gonna get in there. Ooh. Make sure we take off all the meat. We're not gonna do too much meat. It's just a little bit of meat. We don't really like too much in our soup. And then we're just gonna shred it. It's in 2 little pieces. Not too thin either, so you get like a little bite. Nice, looks good. Just a little shredding. And then we're gonna set it aside and we're gonna wait for our potatoes to boil. And if you want absolutely perfect beef, you want to use short ribs for this recipe. In short rib, there's tons of bones and tons of meat, but with us, we're gonna use this soup bone. It's dirt cheap and it does the business. It works perfect. Potatoes are ready. We're gonna put in our veggies in. Ooh, let me turn this down on low, low, low. Ooh. Hey Google. Turn off timer. That's the timer for our potatoes. So we're gonna add in our vegetables. Our cabbage. Our cabbage is gonna simmer for about 5 minutes in the broth. We might have to add just a little bit of water. You'll need about another ½ liter of water just to top it off a little bit. So bring it up to a slight little boil. We'll let it simmer, and then from there, you're gonna put your timer on for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of salt at this point, and then we're gonna mix it just a little bit. Cabbage boils. We just want the cabbage to soften up a little bit. Some people don't like the cabbage to be super soft. They like it to be a little crunchy, but this way is my mom's way, so we're gonna do it this way. Already so much flavor. Oh my goodness. So just a few more minutes, like 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna add in all of our beets. Yes, beets time. You want your borscht to be at a low simmer. You don't want to cook it too fast. We're gonna add in our beets. No, so sad. I'm perfect. Well done, I don't want that on YouTube. All right, I'm just gonna add that in. You really do have to have fun cooking, because if you don't enjoy it, then don't even worry about it. Go get some takeout. Because, dude, cooking can take a toll on your mental health, as you can see. We're gonna add in our kidney beans. So I put the whole thing in there. Just gonna stir in just a little bit. Oh, so beautiful. I'm just gonna mix it up just a tad bit. Look at this pot. It's literally full to the top. What we like to do is put our, like, cool it down a little bit, and then it does not go to waste. Even if we don't completely eat the whole thing, we'll put it in like these vacuum seal bags. As you guys, if you watched our other videos, we like to vacuum seal stuff. We'll vacuum seal it and freeze it, and it still tastes really good after you defrost it. All right, I'm gonna add in my meat. Last step, add in a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of black pepper. I usually like fresh dill, but we have some frozen dill. Ukrainians usually always have frozen dill because we love dill, and we buy a bunch of it and then we just pre-freeze it. And I'm just gonna like break it up just a tad bit. I mean, you guys, look at this color of this soup. Look how beautiful it is. I'm just gonna add in my bay leaf. Voila! There is your borscht. Just gonna stir our borscht, ooh, just a little bit. Just mix in all the spices. This is a family style recipe. I literally don't know how to make this in a smaller pot. Like, I really don't, like, not gonna lie. It's delicious. It gets eaten up super fast. I love to put, some people love mayo, some people love to put sour cream with this with the soup. I prefer just some sour cream, so good. And Oliver loves to eat this too. I'll just mash it just a little bit, but look at this. Wow. Oh yes, 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 yes. Let's try this out. Oh my God. I get a kick of something. I think it's that ajvar stuff. You get a kick of like a little spiciness, but not too much. And all the vegetables just bring in the flavor. You can taste the beef. I think the biggest thing is whenever you boil down your beef in the pot before you do all your stuff, it really draws out all the flavor. Oh man, this is so good. It looks almost like Korean, but it's a whole different kind of flavor. It's so good. I'm really proud of this. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you follow us on Instagram for the behind the scenes, and make sure you like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys at our next video.